Hello everyone, this is Max and you're on the channel People Will Zertz again. Today I want to go over an abstract game that I played with myself to show you some various techniques and way how to think when you are searching for the right combination and what the result will be after it. How many balls we can sacrifice, how many we gain, and what situation our opponent will face after that. Okay, let's start with this interesting setup. What's the little trick here? The trick is then a non-cornering is removed. So if the opponent plays a non-white ball, like this, we can immediately isolate one white ball at the cost of one gray and two black. This isn't a huge victory, but it's still quite good combination. To do this, we need to mentally imagine which rings we need to remove. I can show it to you. 1, 2, 3. And where we should place the balls, so that at the end of the combination only the white balls remain on the board. Let's see. We need to let the opponent choose which direction to make the capture, but in reality this is just an illusion of choice. No matter which move he take, this one or another one, on the next turn the ball will return to the E3 ring, or this way, or this way. So we can push the white ball to E2, like this one. See? And isolate the white. So only white balls remain on the board, so he can't make some kind of revenge. The next player will be forced to place another ball, and we can hope to find a combination for 2 more white balls, because it will be 3 balls on the board at all. Therefore, it's very important that after a combination, no easy to sacrifice balls are left available. Let me show you an example of what happens if non-white, black ball is left on the board. In this case, the opponent will be able to make exactly the same combination, give us 1 gray ball and 2 black balls, and have the white. So we won't gain anything at all. And sometimes there are some different games where the opponent even comes out ahead. That's why it's not a good idea to place a non-white ball on the board on the second step. I mean this. So what should we do if the opponent knows about this trick and places a white ball instead? Of course, we can't cover every possible case, so let's take a look at one example, the most unpleasant one for me, where the second white ball is placed as close as possible to the first. This is already set up for creating a spinner and then a big fence, and it becomes clear that the opponent is trying to pull us into the last hand game, where the odds are about 50-50. But we want to play more confidently and improve our chances. What should we do? Here's a good way to set up the opportunity to make a correct combination on your next move. We place the rotten ball. It's a non-white ball into the spinner through which will try to break the structure after the opponent's move. Let's go on with the simplest case for us, when the opponent places a gray or the black ball into the structure. This structure is easily broken with this kind of move. Let's look at each pass step by step. If the opponent moves to the right, like this, we take 2 white balls for the 1 white, 1 gray, and 2 black balls. This is a very good exchange for us. And even the opponent finds the way to even the score. See? 2, 1, 2. We still have the initiative and will be able to take the remaining 2 white balls. Like this. If the opponent moves to the left from this situation, we execute a similar combination and gain the same advantage. 2 white balls for the 1 white, 1 gray, and 2 blacks. So the best thing the opponent can do in this case is get the white ball for a total of 4 balls, not 3. There are several ways to achieve this, but in each case we can find a winning move for ourselves. I won't go into detail about each one, but if you like, you can pause the video and take a closer look at what I am exactly doing. This is a different ways how the opponent can take another white, and in each this case we can find the way to win. Let's go back for the moment. What should we do if the opponent places a white ball instead of black or gray one? Let's see what happens if we try to break this fence the same way and get 2 white balls. The combinations end up costing 2 more balls, and this already shifts the balance in favor of our opponent. I've sketched out a few possible ways the game could continue, and in all of them the opponent's smart moves lead to his victory, not ours. This leads to the conclusion that it's very dangerous to sacrifice 6 balls for 2 white ones. Sometimes it works, but not always. And that's why I showed these wins for the bad guy in different ways. So, what should we do in these cases? If we don't want to play a 50-50 game in the last hand, we should break this construction in this simple way. It may seem like we sacrifice a white and black ball, but only gain 1 white, and there is no advantage in this. But there are 2 balls on the field, and if the opponent plays a third one, we have a good chance finding the combination to get 2 white balls, which will give us a significant game advantage. Let's look at a few possibilities. The first one is a big mistake, and I'm showing it only to pick your attention to an unconfidential way of making a capture. like this one. It's such a double hit. No matter how the opponent take it, we will end up with 2 white balls with just only black one given. In other cases, we still can find a way to take 2 white balls and gain the advantage. Here are a few examples. This last one is a quite good move from the opponent, because if we try to make a combination for 2 white balls, he has a way to even the score and still take the game into the last hand. But we have the answer for that. We won't take the 2 white balls. Instead, we'll simply isolate 3 white balls and win the game. Just like this. So, placing the third ball by our opponent in this situation would be extremely dangerous for him. But what happens if he realizes this and tries to capture the white ball? If he does it by isolation, we will also isolate the white ball just like this. And we'll move to the final stage with a 2-ball advantage, which is really critical at the end of the game. And again, opponent will be forced to place the third ball on the table. So this is our favor. If he does it by combination, he will need 5 balls to achieve that. And our next steps depend on the color of the balls he sacrificed to us. If he gives us more grays, like this, we will win by isolating 2 gray balls. See? If he gives us more black balls, we will win by isolating 2 black balls. The only one acceptable option for him is to give us set of the white, 2 gray, and 3 black balls. Just like this. In this case, the best move for us is to isolate 2 white balls and aim for a very close endgame. In this scenario, he can only sacrifice 2 black balls, while we can give 1 black and 1 gray, which opens up slightly more ways for us to win and may help us in the end of the game. But it's really close. So, this method of the rotten ball, here is, in the fence structure can give us the opportunity to find the right combination in almost all future developments of the game, except for a few very close ones, if the opponent is skilled enough to spot them. But it's always very important to be extremely careful when counting combinations, to not sacrifice more than necessary. I hope you learned something new today. Play this amazing game and remember, people will Zertz again. Take care.